विष्णोर्नुकं वीर्याणि प्रवोचम्य पार्थिवानि विममेरजागं सियो अस्कभायदुत्तरगं सदस्तं विचक्रमाणस्त्रेधोरुगायो विष्णोरराटमसि विष्णोः पृष्ठमसि विष्णोष्णप्त्रेस्तो विष्णोस्यूरसि विष्णोर्ध्रुवमसि वैष्णवमसि विष्णवे त्वा तदस्य प्रियमभिपातो अश्यां नरो यत्र देवयवो मदन्ते गुरुक्रमस्य सहि बन्धुरिद्धा विष्णोः पदे परमे मद्बहुत्सः रतद्विष्णुस्तवते वीर्याय मृगो न भीमः कुचरो गिरिष्ठाः यस्योरुषु त्रिषु विक्रमणेषु अधिक्षियन्ति भुवनानि विश्वा वरो मात्रया तनुवा वृथा न ते महित्वमन्वश्नुवन्ति भुवेते विद्मरजसि पृथिव्या विष्णो देवत्वं परमस्य वित्से विचक्रमे पृथिवीमेष एतां क्षेत्राय विष्णुर्मनुषे दशस्यन्न ध्रुवासो अस्य कीरयो जनासः ऊरुक्षितिकं सुजनिवाचकार तिर्देवः पृथिवीमेष एतां विचक्रमे शतस्य सम्महित्वा प्रविष्णुरस्तु तव सस्तवीयान् द्वेषगह्यस्य स्तविरस्य नाम अतो देवा अवन्तु नो यतो विष्णुर्विचक्रमे पृथिव्या सप्तधामभिः इदं विष्णुर्विचक्रमे त्रेधा निदधे पदं समूढमस्य भागं सुरे त्रीणि पदा विचक्रमे विष्णुर्गोपादाभ्यः ततो धर्माणि धारयन् विष्णोः कर्माणि पश्यत यतो वृतानि वस्वशे इन्द्रस्य युज्यः सखाः तद्विष्णोः परमं पदकं सदा पश्यन्ति सूरयः दिवि वचक्षुरादतं तद्विप्रासो विपन्यवो जागृवागं सस्सविन्धते विष्णोर्यत्परमं पदं पर्याप्त्यानन्तरायाय सर्वस्तोमोतिरात्र उत्तममहर्भवति सर्वस्याप्त्यै सर्वस्य जित्यै सर्वमेव तेनाप्नोति सर्वं जयति ओम शांति शांति शांतिः ओम. Friends, what we can discuss in today's common sense thought very shortly is that in this life, as in any of the professions doings, it has so many aspects having in it for it to get completed. So too the spiritual evolution is not an accidental thing, not just one or two things, not some mechanical thing, not some hallucination or imagination. You know, like an example, any example you take, you know, when a building is constructed, very beautiful when you see it, when it is constructed. But just remember, even to make one pillar, even in that building, if it has got some 50-60 pillars, each pillar, if you see, the earth ought to be dug. And now the base has to be made. The iron rods have to be kept. They have to be covered. Then in that concrete is added. Then you leave it for 2-3 days for getting dry. This is how that pillar is made. But before that, for that earth to be dug manually or machinery, how much of the work must have gone in it? है ना, ये सरिया जो लगाते हैं, you have put the सरिया, but where from the iron ore is taken up, where it is purified, where it is melted, where it is molded into a rod, where is it brought to a wholesale market, retail market, from there it has come to your house, then those metal people, they have heated it, and as required for the pillar, size of the pillar, they have to melt it and mold it so much, isn't it? It's not just सरिया, उसके पीछे आगे कितना काम हुआ. In the same way, you might have put that concrete in it, but the cement, which factory it is made, how the cement making machinery works, how many people worked behind it. Then the stone, which mountain it is cut by which dynamite blast, then brought into the ground, made into small things, put it in different vehicles, brought, then stone crushers, there it is crushed and it is brought. How many things are there? Are you getting the idea in that? In making one pillar only, and then you have to put those four blocks around. With what material they are made, who made in which company, which is a person who made it. One simple pillar बनाने को इतना होता है. In the same way, you need door fittings, you do windows, you do the plumbing things, you put electrical things, you put thousands of things go in the making of that. That is what we want to convey. Same way, car we buy from showroom and drive it. But then the hardware of the car or the other parts, the machinery, the engine in that, each of the spare parts who made यार कितने लोगों ने उसको बनाया होगा तब जाकर वो कार बनता है. Any machinery for that matter, how many thousand things go through, how many minds have gone through in it. These examples we are giving only to say that even Adhyatmic sadhana is not a joke, not a magic, not an accidental thing, not an imagination. That also is the outcome of the amalgamation of so many efforts backed by so many maturities, so many understandings, so many clarities, so many things brought together, so many adjustments. Please remember it. That's why it takes time. And that's why you see people seemingly 20 years, 30 years, 40 years with a guru, with an ashram, with everyday satsangs listening. फिर भी कुछ नहीं हुआ उनमें ऐसा लगता है. We are the examples of that. Why कुछ नहीं हुआ? Because बहुत कुछ करने का है. Like a bridge is made. कितना करना है? A 20-storied building is to be made. कितने हजारों चीजें उसमें होते हैं. In the same way, at the body level only we are not fit even to sit straight. At the prana level only we are not full in energy. At the indriya level only we have not managed them, mastered them, controlled them. Then what to talk about the mind? Which aspect of the mind, first of all, we have understood. Which aspect of the mind we try to manage, control, the master. Consciously look into oneself and see. Which we have not started. Which are the Kama, Krodha, Adi, we have understood and accepted to be detrimental, destructive. And which are the ones of them we try to eliminate from us. We are adding newer and newer desires only every day. Is it not? Which are the powers like that of concentration, retention, contemplation? These things, how essential they are, how long they have to be done. Have we begun? Have we mastered them? How much of the Guru Pujas have to be done? How much of the Ishvara Aradhanas have to be done? Have we started? और without doing all that, just पेपर पे बिल्डिंग का मैप बनाया तो क्या आपको जमीन में बिल्डिंग खड़ा हो जाएगा? है ना? पेपर में you bought a car, you can't travel in a paper car. You can't in the same way be reaching spiritual heights just by little information here and there. How many things have to be worked on? Basic is first the understandings. Which of the things we have clearly understood? Everything is still vague, confusing, non-clear. How इतना अवसर कर कर कहाँ हम spirituality कर रहे हैं? All that should prompt us to all this discussion. Take up the spiritual sadhana more seriously, more sincerely. more genuinely, noting these thousands of things to be achieved. है ना? Our ego only we have not conquered. And our likes and dislikes we are pampering every day. Is it not, friends? कौन सा एस्पेक्ट हमने किया? कोई श्लोक याद नहीं, उसको वर्ड मीनिंग याद नहीं. Basically, that Sanskrit Bhashya itself we don't know. That's why I give the example of a pillar or a car. How many works go behind, even in making those basic material, the required material. सरिया बनाने के लिए पीछे इतना काम होता है, सीमेंट बनाने के लिए इतना काम होता है, isn't it? Concrete के लिए इतना काम, the planks, it takes various works, then we use them for making pillar. So to Deha, Indriya, Prana, Mano, Buddhi, Shastra, Guru, Paramatma, all of them are like this, planks and sariyal and concrete, etc. To prepare them itself, so much of the background work is done. And all that work to be done. Prerequisites, the knowledge first of all, understanding first of all. We are lacking the understandings only. After the understandings, the acceptances, the convictions, the goal setting, then consciously putting effort on one by one thing, then we do no. Anything, if you want to start a factory or a mill, it's not just like that. How many things go in the making of the art? And where are we showing so much of interest at all in the Adhyatmikata? It is to be a 24-hour job. Other jobs can be given some breaks. There's no problem. In spirituality, if you give break, the worldliness enters and neutralizes whatever you have done so far. Bhavanam Janmanam Ante is the sense it's said by the Lord because of this reason. Nevertheless, know these things and slowly, steadily, gradually, एक चीज. As the other day we said, when we shift your house from one to the other, all the material household things are scatteredly put here and there. Then one by one you have to put them in their respective places to make the house livable. In the same way, in our spiritual house or spiritual sadhana house, so many things are scattered. They have to be brought together, they have to be dusted, they have to be painted, they have to be, made beautifully, and then they have to be put in their own respective place. सारे बिखरे हुए हैं, किसी को हम देख नहीं रहे. एक एक चीज को माइंड करना है. As we said, the physical health, the sense organs, their management mastery, the antakarana, its management, the time aspect, the conquering the time, then the conquering of the so many outer our duties, obligations, responsibilities, temptations, indulgences. है ना? कुछ शुरू ही नहीं हुआ. Like the guest has come home, you want to make a lunch, but बैठ के बातें कर जा रहे हो ड्राइंग रूम में. अरे भूखा मरेगा गेस्ट. Then when you go to kitchen, कुछ नहीं है. No vegetables are there, no atta is there. When will you get vegetable? When will you wash them, cut them? When will you gundho the atta? है ना? देखा तो कोई तेल नहीं है. इतने में गैस खत्म हो गया. देखो, how will you make food? In the same way, gas खत्म होएगा means no energy. सब्जियां नहीं है means no positive values. आटा चावल नहीं है मतलब no clear knowledge, no inspiration, etc. And in case of guest coming home, you have an alternative. What's it? You just get online nowadays or take him to a hotel. In spirituality ऐसा नहीं होता है ना? Is there any other alternative? हाँ नहीं नहीं, भक्ति करो, भगवान सब कुछ करते हैं, पर भक्ति आराम से नहीं किया जाता है। Bhakta Lakshanas, Bhakti, and that Bhakti should be Nishkama and for long time till it pleases the Lord. So many things go in the making of it. Hope this very important crucial thought is conveyed and is caught. The summary is have infinite patience and Narayana, keep on knowing the things, accordingly keep on adjusting our Adhyatmic sadhana. बड़ा काम होता है, एंड बड़ा ज्ञान से होता है, बड़ा मैच्योरिटी से होता है. Not that you attend some lectures here or there, read 2-3 books, 4-5 commentaries, and make your own notes and feel you have known the thing. ये कुछ नहीं है, it is delusion, it is ego. And then you feel you are greater than the Swami who taught you all the Vedanta. Even the Swami with all his teachings for decades, no guarantee that he has made all arrangements in him even to begin the journey. It includes so many aspects, so many things. Like a huge machinery, any of them. How many hundreds and thousands of parts there are there in it? Like an aircraft. It's not that you sat and the pilot took off and all. यार इसमें इतने होते हैं वहाँ. Thousands and thousands, 10,000 things तो minimum होंगे उसमें. For one aeroplane to fly. Right from the ground duty, work से लेकर everything. Same is spiritual journey. Without knowing all of them, without adjusting all of them, and then only the real takeoff flying starts. Without all of that, we are only in imagination, we are adhyatmic. Therefore, no adhyatmic pragati happens. Knowing this, then go to that place where spiritual sadhana can be easily done, conducive place, then write down or remember, and then start accomplishing one by one thing. वहाँ कहाँ हुआ गुरु भक्ति निष्ठा, कहाँ हुआ भगवत भक्ति निष्ठा, कहाँ हुआ शास्त्र भक्ति निष्ठा. Where is consciously our remembrance of Upanishad mantras? Where is the meaning of that always remembered? Where is the contemplation going on it? Academically, we come here as speaker and listener and celebrate the conclusion of the class. क्या हो रहा है महाराज? Think about it. Okay? Lot of beautiful things in this can be discussed some other day. Om, 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Om Namo Brahmadibhyo, Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo, Vamsha Rishibhyo Mahadbhyo, Namo Gurubhyaha. ओम येरिमे गुरुवे पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्व वेदांताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानां आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरम्. ओम वेदिताखिल शास्त्र सुधा जलधे महितोपनिषत् कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भवशंकर देशिक मे शरणम्. ओम ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं सनातनधर्म संस्थापकानां निरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. Friends, two more mantras only, 20 and 21. We have to do in this third chapter of the most beautiful enchanting Shwethashwathara Upanishad. Even in the 20th mantra, 60% we have seen. The last portion we have to see. Anyway, chant the mantra 2 times and see how much we have understood and what's the next or continuation of it. अनोरणीयान् महतो महीयान् आत्मा गुहायां निहितोऽस्य जन्तोः तमक्रतुं पश्यति वीतशोकः धातुः प्रसादान् महिमानमीशम्. Again, अनोरणीयान् महतो महीयान् आत्मा गुहायां निहितोऽस्य जन्तोः तमक्रतुं पश्यति वीतशोकः धातुः प्रसादान् महिमानमीशम्. Friends, in this mantra, once more, the glory of the Atma Vastu is said. Second, where is it is hidden said. Third, again it's another glory is said. Fourth, when it is found, what are the results that is said. Fifth, how that Atman is found is said. So, the Lakshanas of Paramatma are Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan. Is that Atma? First question, first answer. Second one, where is it hidden? Asya Jantoho Guhayam Nihita. Second point discussed. Third, another glory of that Paramatma is Tam Akratum. He is Akratu, means Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa Rahitam. In the pure Paramatma, there is no antakarana, therefore there is no sankalpa of the Vishaya and its bhoga. That's the akratu lakshana visheshana of the Paramatma Tattva. Other than Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan. In that Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan, 100 things we discussed. The summary of all the 100 things discussed are that Paramatma is the one who is in the measurement smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest, in all parameters. Kala mein Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan, Desh mein Anu Mahan, Gunon mein, Shakti mein, sab mein wahi hai. These are two topics we discussed. Third one was, this is possible. That's one thing is the one which is smaller than small, bigger than biggest, is possible only when, in that one thing, both of these two are not there. Point 1. Point 2, these two are superimposed. Therefore, Atma is Anu Aniyan Mahato Mahiyan, means Atman is neither Anu nor Mahan. It is beyond both of them. Both the Anutva and Mahanatva are superimposed on Paramatma. The same thing is on Paramatma, so many are superimposed, then each of them is quantified as Anu and Mahan. In Paramatma, the water is superimposed. The Anu, the drop of water. Mahan, the ocean. In Paramatma, space is superimposed. The Anu space is in a needle and the Mahan space is the Mahakash. Micro and macro. In Paramatma, the earth is superimposed. The micro is the small dust particle, Anohadiyan. And the Mahan is a whole big earth itself. This was a very, very essential thing we discussed. Okay, such Paramatma is Akratu. In him, Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa is not there. Up to this we have seen. Anoraniyan, Mahatva Mahiyan, Akratu, then is Jantoho Guhayam Nitaha, Jantu is Brahmadi Stavara Paryanta. Then the next two is ours, which we have to study today is Pashyati Vitashoka. The two ways of seeing is what? The one who is free from all the attachments as well as misery that is not enjoying them, which indicates a pure heart. Such Vitashoka alone Pashyati. The one who is given up all desires, everything and yet not frustrated. Such one can see Paramatma, one meaning. Another is Tam Pashyati. Whoever sees that Paramatma, Vita Shoko Bhavali. He will have no shoka. Because reality is discovered, other things are understood to be imaginary, and reality is my own self, and it is glorious in its all infinitude. Then where will be the reason, cause for the shoka? So Vita Shoka. Then who can see it? That's the important topic we have to study today. Dhatu Prasadat. Okay? Again, two more adjectives for that Atman are Mahimanam, glorious in the glorious, then Isham, the supreme Ishvara of all. So Isham, Mahimanam, Dhatu Prasadat Pashyat. Okay? Then what is Dhatu Prasada? We have to study now. So therefore, these are the Lakshanas of the Paramatma. Paramatma is hidden in the heart. When he is discovered, one becomes Vita Shoka. If this becomes one topic, the other is how to discover Paramatma, Dhatu Prasada. तो अणुरणीयान महत्वमयान इत्यादि गुण वाले परमात्मा को धातु प्रसाद से जो डिस्कवर करता है, he becomes Vita Shoka. The others will not become Vita Shoka, they become Vitta Shoka. Not Sanskrit, but English. Vitta Shoka. Okay? Now let us see this. Tam Atmanam Akratum. Akratum means Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa Rahitam. The one who has no Antakarana, therefore no Vishaya, then Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa chance ही नहीं है. Of that Paramatma, Atmanaha Mahimanam, that supreme most self. What is his Mahima? He is Akratu. In him no Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa. Then, therefore, what is the Mahima of this Atman? One Mahima is Akratuhu, Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa. Because of it, because of the absence of Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa, one side, its result is Karma Nimitta Vriddhi Kshaya Rahitam. Therefore, Isham. Two things, Mahimanam and Isham, which are at the end of this shloka. Bhashyakara comments here only. What is that? Mahima of Paramatma? No Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa. Therefore, he is Isha. What is the meaning of Isha? He is not bound by karma and karma nimitta vriddhi kshaya. He is free from that. See the clarity of it? And to understand it, the contrast of that Atma Vastu is we, the Jivas. We have Antakarana, we have Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa. Therefore, we are bound by ourselves to do the karma, to get those Vishaya Bhogas. Therefore, karma nimitta, vriddhi kshaya happens to us. If you do the punya karma, the vriddhi, you go to the higher worlds, earn more money on this earth. If you do the papa karma, you go to the kshaya, the kshaya loka, the narakani, or here, the whole money is confiscated. See, vriddhi kshaya karma nimitta हो रहा है कि नहीं हमको? कर्म के कारण वृद्धि क्षय हो रहा है ना? है. Therefore, we are not Ishvara, we are Anishvara. Why this is so? Because we don't have the Mahima. What is the Mahima? Not having Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa. Therefore, not having Mahima means always we have Sankalpa for Vishaya Bhoga. So the Jiva, no Mahima because Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa. Ishvara Mahimavan because no Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa. We, the Jiva, is Anishvara because we are bound by karma and karma nimitta vriddhi kshaya. The Ishvara is Ishvara because he is not bound by the karma to be done, and karma nimitta means karma के कारण होने वाला वृद्धि and क्षय उनमें नहीं है. That is the state of being in which we are, which is there in us as our real self. To that we have to reach to. मैं ही हूं, जैसे बताया ना, कल तक झूठ बोल रहा था, मैं ही आज सच बोलूंगा, निश्चय लिया कि आज से सच. मैं ही till yesterday I was drinking, smoking or alcohol or any eating non-veg. I only decided, no, from today nothing. I only was yesterday krodhi, anger. I only decided from today I'll be full of love, compassion. Isn't it? So too, I only considered myself to be the jiva with Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa, jiva with karma, jiva with karma nimitta viruddhikshaya. Out of ignorance, apata chala, now I am tracing back. I myself now I am identifying with my real self, which has no karma nimitta vriddhikshaya, because there is no Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa. इसको फिर और एक दृष्टि से देखो. The one who has got Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa and therefore bound by karma nimitta vriddhikshaya is the samsari jiva, baddha jiva. The one no Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa, therefore no karma nimitta vriddhikshaya is called ईश्वर. अब बताओ जीव के रूप में रहना है या ईश्वर बनना है, तुम्हारी मर्जी. So mahimanam, that is a mahima. Then karma nimitta vriddhikshaya rahitam isham. That Paramatma pashyati. Whoever sees him, he becomes Shwethashwathara. And what is the meaning of seeing him, which we have already said 2 times? Bhagavan Shankara says. What is it? He ayam ahamasmi iti sakshat janati. Ayam ahamasmi. Ayam ahamasmi. This self, this Ishvara, which is free from, who is free from karma nimitta vriddhikshaya, because in him there is no the Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa. That Ishvara is me. In this way, Sakshat Rupena, whoever janat. Yaha, whoever knows him, Saha Vita Shoka Bhavati. Therefore, Karma Nimitta Vriddhikshaya Rahitam Isham Pashyati. Ayam Aham Asmi iti Sakshat Janati. Yaha Saha Vita Shoko Bhavati. He becomes free from the shoka. है ना? Just like in life, पाप करो या पुण्य करो, झूठ बोलो या सत्य बोलो, सबको धोखा दो या सबके सेवा करो, है ना? प्यार से, गुस्से से बोलो, प्यार से बोलो. 2 options are there. So too, do you want to be Jiva or Ishvara? Both chances you have. Choose yourself. Jiva, Sankalpa, Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa, then for fulfilling the doing karma, then bound by the karma phala, which is in the form of vriddhi and kshaya. The other option is what? No Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa. They were not prompted by them to do any karma. Therefore, for experiencing karma phala, no need to go to the vriddhi kshaya lokas. They will Ishvara. Marifree. And the thing here said is, the one who realizes himself to be this Atman is Vita Shokaha. That's the thing to be underlined. He is free from the Shoka Dukha. Clear? Lovely Shloka. Anoraniyan, Mahatomayan, Atma Sajantoho, Neto Guhayam, Tam Akratum, Pashyati Chet, Vita Shokaha Bhavati. Now one question last remains. What is it? How to realize that Atma inside? 3 definitions are, explanations are given by Bhagavan Adi Shankara. Okay. For this sentence, Dhatu Prasadat, which says that by the prasada of the Dhatu, that we will be able to recognize that Atman as our own self get liberated from all shoka. What is the meaning of Dhatu Prasada? With which we realize this Atman? 3 meanings. Meaning 1. Ki kena tari asau pashyati is raising a question. How this Atman is seen? Answer number 1. Dhatu prasadat. What is the first meaning of Dhatu prasadat? Dhatu is equal to Ishvaraha. Therefore, Ishvarasya prasadat. Only by the grace of the Ishvara. Explanation of it. Prasannehi parameshware. Only when the Parameshwara is prasanna with us, tad yathatma jnanam utpadyate. Of the tad vastu, the Brahman, the Atman, the Ishvara, the yathatma jnana, the real knowledge, utpadyate, is created in us, experienced by us. Therefore, even Brahmanubhuti, Brahma Jnana comes to us when the Ishvara does the Anugraha. How the Anugraha of the Ishvara done? He just takes away the Maya, because of which we are caught up in Upadis as Jiva. The moment the Maya is withdrawn, removed, the Upadis are gone, the Nirupadika Brahma is realized, Mukta. And then to get the Prasannata, the Prasada of that Dhatu, all various Upasanas we have to do. Ishvara Pranidhana and all of that. So with various upasanas, the Ishvara, when we propitiate him by his grace, when the Maya goes away, we realize the self which was covered, closed by this Maya curtain. The Maya curtain is removed. This is one meaning of Dhatu Prasada, Ishvara Anugraha, invoked through, my dear friends, lot of upasanas. One. Second meaning of Dhatu Prasada is what? Athava, or Indriyani Dhatava. Indriyas are called as Dhatus by Sharirasya Dharanat. Because Indriyas are the ones which do the Dharana of the Sharira. In that you can add Andakarana also. Therefore, if you give the meaning for the word Dhatu, Indriyas, therefore what do you mean by Dhatu Prasada? Tesham Prasadatu. When the whole Indriyas, Jnanendriya, Karmendriya become Prasada, Prasanna, Shanta, pure, unagitated. How it is done? See, Vishaya Dosha Darshana Maladi Apanayanatu. By seeing the dosha in the Vishayas, the desire for the Vishaya, which is called as Mala here, Apanayanat, when it is removed. So the Vasanas and Kamanas are the Mala, because of which our Indriyas are lost in the Vishaya Bhoga Sankalpa. Now by having the Dosha Darshana, Dosha Drishti in the Vishayas, by not indulging in them, the desires, and behind them the Vasanas, which are called as Mala here, Apanayanat. So by the Dosha Drishti, right from Vasanas up to desires and the indulgence in the Vishayas, when it is removed, that's called as Dhatu, Indriya, Prasada, Prasannata, Shuddhata. Second meaning of Dhatu Prasada. One meaning is totally different. Ishwar ki kripa ho gaya to moksha. Atmanubhuti or moksha. Second, the Dhatu means all our antakarana. They are full of malina now. The malina is two types in malina in our antakarana and indriyas is. One malina is sukshma, wherein lot of vasanas and kamanas. Second malina is sthula, wherein we involve in the objects, indulge in the objects. So by seeing dosha drushti in the Vishayas, when our desire for Vishayas go away, then the Indriyas are prasada, prasanna, and when it is continued for a long time, the disease in the mind to have the desires, and the cause of the diseases in the mind inside called as vasanas, they go away. That's the meaning of the dhatu, the antakarana and indriya. Prasada means shanto, pure. This is the second way by which the Atman is realized. When the indriyas and antakarana are settled very calm and quiet, because the impurities of kamana and vasanas have gone away, therefore the impurity of bahirmukhata are gone away, then it is both so easy. The jnanendriyas will listen to the tattva jnana given, the karmendriyas will do the sadhana said, the antakarana will apprehend the reality. Easily वो बात बन जाता है धातु प्रसादात with the purification of Bhashya karana and antakarana achieved through dosha drushti in the Vishyas and giving them up. दो मीनिंग हो गए. तीसरा कि अन्यथा, not third meaning, the other alternative is अन्यथा, otherwise durvikeya atma kamivihi prakruta purushaihi. Otherwise the Atman is impossible to be known by the kami and prakruta purusha. The kami, the one who has vasanas and desires, and prakrita purusha, the one who is caught up in the prakriti made upadis and outer objects. All outer objects are made by prakriti. All my upadhis are made by Prakriti. The one with the upadhis indulging in the objects is called Prakruta Purusha. Because of the reason for it is Kamana, the reason for it is Vasanas. तो वासना युक्त कामना युक्त उपाधि तादात्म्य विषय वस्तु के पीछे भागने वाले को आत्मा will never be obtainable. दुर्विज्ञेय आत्मा, the self can never be realized, experienced. Aham Brahmasmi in this. That's why this shloka becomes so important and complete. सारे बातें आ गए इसमें. अणोरणीयान महतो मह्यान आत्मा से जंतु अनितो वायाम तब अकृतम पश्यति वीतशोकः तातो प्रसादात् मह्यमानम ईशम. ठीक है फ्रेंड्स, 2-3 more things we will study it and then study the next shloka also and conclude our this chapter tomorrow. Om 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Join Gita class in 2-3 minutes please.